Hi, I'm Russ Cottrell, physical therapist. I've been interested in longevity since I was 15.
And I'm Debbie Cottrell, registered dietitian, and also interested in longevity, but specializing in functional medicine.
Today we're going to talk about zombie cells. Now when you think of zombie, you might get afraid, and maybe you should be. Did you know your body's been infiltrated by zombie cells? They're damaged cells that refuse to die and just quietly speed up aging. But what if your body already has a built-in defense system to fight them? It's called the NRF2 pathway. When you activate it, your cells come alive again, and let's break down that science.
So we're going to explore how NRF2 activation can help to fight the zombie cells, and those are the damaging cells that accelerate aging.
They're called senescent cells, and they're basically damaged cells that stop dividing but don't die.
They actually release toxic signals into the body.
They accumulate with age, causing inflammation, fatigue, and tissue damage.
They're linked to aging, arthritis, diabetes, and cognitive decline.
As we said, they promote chronic inflammation, and we call that inflammaging.
Inflammaging, I like that. They block healthy tissue regeneration as well.
So we love the NRF2 pathway and all that it does. Basically, it's the master regulator of antioxidant and detox genes.
So when you say master regulator, tell me a little more about that.
Well, your body can actually make endogenous, which means your cells are making them, enzymes that actually fight those different things. Antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antifibrotic. They have genes that actually regulate the makeup of those specific enzymes. We're activating those genes.
So that activates over 200 defense pathways as well.
So we're reducing oxidative stress and inflammation basically through those endogenous enzymes.
And this helps to suppress and to clear out those zombie cells.
Which is good news if you've seen any of the zombie movies, which I haven't.
So how does NRF2 fight senescent cells?
Well, by reducing oxidative stress, there's less DNA damage, because DNA damage in the cell as it's deteriorating and then it lives on when it can't function as a cell, that's a zombie cell. Well, we're reducing oxidative stress, so we're kind of preventing that from even coming on as fast.
So that activates the detox and the repair systems as well.
Which is, in a sense, is suppressing the inflammation, SASP factors.
Mm-hmm. And this then promotes what's called autophagy, and that's actually healthy cell death. So when a cell is done doing all of its functions, it needs to die and not live on like a zombie cell. So healthy autophagy is actually healthy cell death.
That's right.
So let's take a look at science in a snapshot.
So studies show that NRF2 activation lowers P16 and P21. Those are senescence markers.
Mm-hmm. It decreases inflammation and improves the cell resilience as well.
And it may extend cellular health span, which we did prove in a study on our particular product that we take. 9-year study, the National Institute of Aging did a study on mice and proved that we could extend life.
Which is very significant.
Yes, amazing.
Yes. You may be asking, well, are there some natural NRF2 pathway activators? And yes, there are. One of them is sulforaphane, and that comes from broccoli sprouts. If you're familiar with broccoli and how most people are not
Yummy.
Fond of broccoli sprouts are even more potent or pungent. So eating enough of those to activate the NRF2 pathway is, well, almost impossible, but could be done.
Yeah, there's exercise, fasting, and sunlight, and then there's some herbs actually that as well: curcumin, milk thistle, ashwagandha, and bacopa.
That's right. And you mentioned exercise and those types of things. So those are lifestyle boosters. Tell me a little bit more about those.
Well, when you exercise and you're causing a bit of stress, mild stress, and then that activates the NRF2 pathway.
And another activator, a lifestyle activator, would be deep sleep because the deep sleep helps to support the repair of the cells.
Oh, right, exactly. And then stress management lowers oxidative stress.
You may know, but most people may not know that when you are under a lot of stress, it actually creates cellular stress, and that creates oxidative stress within the cell, leading to cell damage and potentially the more likelihood of a zombie cell.
And then your area of expertise, nutrients.
A nutrient-rich diet can also be a lifestyle booster, can fuel those defense pathways.
Zombie cells may be inevitable, but how fast they accumulate is up to you.
So we can actually activate the body's natural defense system by daily NRF2 supporting choices.
And we've been doing it over 10 years now, which has been kind of amazing. Imagine being able to turn on that NRF2 pathway every day that basically eliminates age-related free radical damage, oxidative stress.
So people may not realize that as we age, the activation of that NRF2 pathway can decline. And with that declining of that pathway, then the body just doesn't function the same. So they may be thinking, well, if it's in the body and it's there, why doesn't it stay active? But aging actually causes a decline of that. So being able to actually reactivate those pathways is significant.
I wanted to say something back on the idea of all those natural things we just listed, because those things do activate NRF2, but we got turned on to an activator that's a combination of many of those things that actually is 17 times more powerful than just those individual things. And so you might want to go out, hey, I'm going to go out and buy those things, but the product that we actually have been taking for 10 years, every herb that comes in is tested for
toxicity, whether it's pesticides, but also potency, to make sure that it has the compounds in it that are really active. Might not be active, so general ones that you get off the store. And herbs can deteriorate with age, so depending upon how long it's sat on a shelf, that makes a difference as well.
It's kind of like, have you ever had a fresh grown garden tomato? Then you go to the store and you eat those ones that look like fake tomatoes. I mean, they look like a tomato, but they don't taste like a tomato. So you can get herbs that actually don't really activate NRF2. So our company makes sure that it's activating. So every single product, every single lot is tested before it goes out to see that it activates NRF2.
Right. And you know, the interesting thing is, when this first came out, there were universities that found out about this, and they knew the stellar reputation of the biochemist who helped formulate it. And they went, wow, this is incredible. We want to study this at our own dime. So numerous studies have actually been done on this particular product, verifying in many different realms of the body how just activating NRF2 can just increase the cellular health, the cellular function at so many levels.
Yes, and if you're interested, check this video out right here about more about activation.
We hope this was helpful for you. We'd love to have you hit that like button to share it with other people that you'd like to share this information with. And also, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes. And until next time, aloha.